A lot on the docket this week for a relatively short week, thanks to the Easter break, Senator. One of those items that took up a lot of time on Wednesday of this week was one that involves some folks in South Kansas City and portions of the western side of the state.
Yes, we did take up and debate Senate Bill 739. Senate Bill 739 would limit where a landfill can be placed by requiring the approval of any communities within 1 mile of it. Current state statute says that a landfill cannot be within a half mile of many of these communities. However, there's a proposed landfill basically on the Cass County, Jackson County border with 9,000 residents within 1 mile of that proposed landfill. I know many of those residents are very concerned about their property values and just about having a landfill so near to them. And so this bill has been championed by several of my colleagues. I fully support Senate Bill 739. We debated it for about 8 or 9 hours this week, but I believe that there is a compromise in the work, and I look forward to its passage so we can help protect those residents that live within that 1 mile radius.
A couple of different joint resolutions that were discussed this week as well, which means that ultimately, if these do pass, the voters would have the ultimate say on this. One of those involves elections and more specifically, ranked choice voting.
Yes, I was glad to support Senate Joint Resolution 78, which we perfected in the Senate this past week. This would have to be approved by voters, and it's a proposed amendment that would protect our elections by ensuring that only U.S. citizens who live in Missouri can vote on our elections. And it also says that we will not support ranked choice voting and that we will support requiring paper ballots in our elections. Election integrity is very important not only to me, but to Missourians who want to make sure that their elections are free and fair and there is no voter fraud in our elections. So I was glad to support Senate Joint Resolution 78.
Now, the resolution is Senate Joint Resolution 50. This involves the state income tax.
Yes, Senate Joint Resolution 50 was a great constitutional amendment that, if approved by voters, would limit the amount of Missouri income tax. I believe that we need to cut our taxes. I've always been a fiscal conservative, and our budget has grown from $27 billion 5 or 6 years ago to a proposed budget of over $50 billion this year. We need, instead of government spending more money, we need to return some of those hard-earned dollars back to taxpayers. And so I was glad to support Senate Joint Resolution 50 to limit the Missouri income tax.